Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ, the place to get the fastest, highest quality, most interesting updates and new perspectives on Chinese entertainment. Thanks for watching LVT-SHOWBIZ. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting stories from the world of Chinese celebrities. Leave your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear from you.
A quiet kitchen, a soft light, a moment that was never meant to be seen. And yet, in just 18 seconds, everything changed. No flashing cameras, no stylists, no carefully planned angles. Just Shukai, standing alone, sleeves rolled, focused on something far more personal than any role he has ever played. Then, something unexpected happens. He turns. He smiles. Not the polished smile the world recognizes, but something gentler, warmer, almost unguarded. And suddenly, the internet is no longer watching a clip. It is witnessing a feeling. A hidden camera captures what feels like a private world, and before anyone can react, the footage spreads, igniting curiosity across millions. Who is he cooking for? Why does that smile feel so different? And who is the woman stepping quietly into the edge of that frame? Still, in a world where every detail is controlled, this one moment slips through. And that is exactly why no one can look away. It began with a video so short it could have been overlooked. Yet instead of fading, it lingered. The setting was simple, almost understated. A minimalist kitchen, clean lines, soft tones, a space that felt calm and deeply personal. Shukai moved with quiet focus, every gesture deliberate, every motion unhurried. There was no performance here, no sense of being watched. And perhaps that is what made it so compelling. This was not an actor in character. This was a man at ease, immersed in a moment that seemed to belong entirely to him. The way he handled each step revealed something subtle yet powerful. The care in preparation, the rhythm of movement, the almost thoughtful pauses in between. It did not feel rushed or casual. It felt intentional, as if the act itself carried meaning beyond the surface. Viewers quickly began to notice these details, replaying the clip, slowing it down, searching for clues, not just in what he was doing, but in how he was doing it. Then came the shift. A barely noticeable change at first. A sound, perhaps, or a presence just beyond the frame. Shukai's posture softened, his focus moved, and in that single transition, everything changed. His expression, previously calm and concentrated, transformed into something unmistakably warm. His eyes lifted, not towards the camera, but towards someone approaching. The smile that followed was not rehearsed. It was instinctive, almost effortless. And in that instant, viewers felt it. A connection that could not be explained through words alone. But those final seconds became the center of attention. A silhouette entered the frame, subtle yet impossible to ignore. The outline of a shoulder, the gentle movement of hair, a presence that suggested familiarity rather than distance. It was not dramatic. It did not need to be. The simplicity of that entrance spoke volumes. And just like that, a quiet kitchen became the center of widespread discussion. Across social media, conversations unfolded rapidly. People were not simply watching anymore. They were interpreting. Every frame became a piece of a larger puzzle. The height, the posture, the movement, even the way the light reflected in the background. Each detail sparked new theories. Some believed the woman could be a familiar face from his professional circle. Others felt the atmosphere suggested something more personal, more grounded, more private. What stood out most, however, was not the speculation itself, but the emotional response it triggered. Many viewers found themselves unexpectedly moved. There was something about the authenticity of the moment that felt rare. In an environment often defined by polished appearances, this glimpse felt different. It felt sincere, and sincerity has a way of resonating deeply. Observers began to focus on the subtleties of his reaction, the relaxed shoulders, the natural shift in attention, the softness in his expression. These were not exaggerated gestures. They were small, almost imperceptible signs. Yet together, they painted a picture that felt genuine. It was not about what was shown, but about what was felt. At the same time, attention turned to the setting itself. The kitchen, the arrangement, or the quiet atmosphere. Was this a familiar space? A temporary one? A place shared or simply visited? These questions added another layer to the unfolding narrative. The environment, though simple, became part of the story, offering hints without providing answers. As the discussion grew, a noticeable pattern emerged. The conversation gradually shifted. At first, the focus was on identity. Who was she? But over time, that question softened. It evolved into something more reflective. How does he feel? Is this a moment of comfort, of happiness, of something quietly meaningful? This shift marked a turning point. The story was no longer driven purely by curiosity. It became driven by emotion. Viewers were not just seeking answers. They were connecting with a moment that felt human, a moment that suggested warmth, trust, and a sense of ease rarely seen in public. Interestingly, the response from official channels remained measured. There was no elaborate explanation, no attempt to reshape the narrative. Instead, there was a gentle reminder of boundaries, a quiet acknowledgement that some moments are personal. This approach did not close the conversation. In many ways, it deepened it, because sometimes what is left unsaid carries its own significance. As the initial wave of excitement settled, the tone of the discussion changed once again. It became softer, more thoughtful. People revisited the clip, not searching for answers, but appreciating the feeling it conveyed. The warmth in that smile, the calm in that space, the sense that for a brief moment, something real had been captured. What makes this moment particularly powerful is its simplicity. There are no grand gestures, no dramatic revelations, and yet it holds attention in a way that more elaborate stories often struggle to achieve. Because at its core, it reflects something universal. The quiet comfort of being with someone who matters, the ease of a shared space, the unspoken understanding that exists in small, everyday moments. This is where the true impact lies. Not in the speculation, not in the unanswered questions, but in the feeling that remains. A reminder that behind every public image is a private world. A world that is not defined by performance, but by genuine connection. And perhaps that is why this brief clip continues to resonate. It offers a glimpse, not of a story fully told, but of a feeling fully experienced. It invites viewers to pause, to reflect, to consider the beauty of moments that are often overlooked, moments that do not demand attention, yet quietly hold meaning. As the conversation continues, one thought lingers. Not as a demand, but as a gentle curiosity. If this is a glimpse of something real, what other stories remain unseen? And more importantly, do they need to be seen at all? If you found yourself drawn into this story, if you felt that quiet shift from curiosity to connection, then you are exactly why moments like this matter. They remind us that even in the most public lives, there are spaces of sincerity, warmth, and quiet happiness. Thank you for spending this time with us, for sharing in a story that goes beyond headlines and into something more personal. If you enjoy exploring these subtle, meaningful moments from the world of entertainment, consider subscribing to LVT-SHOWBIZ. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories that not only inform, but also resonate. Stay with us, and you might just discover the next moment that speaks not only to your curiosity, but to your heart as well.